Never Let Me Go is a drama starring Carey Mulligan, Andrew Garfield, and Keira Knightley that's based on what is regarded as the best book of the decade. Before I begin this review, I would just like to let you know that there are no spoilers until the end, and I will warn you when the spoilers are coming. When I saw the trailer for Never Let Me Go, I thought that it looked awesome, and as soon as I saw Andrew Garfield was in it, I was sold, basically. But the visuals looked fantastic, and the story looked interesting, so I was really looking forward to it, and in fact, I bought the book because I was worried, you know, maybe the book will be better than the movie, and I will ruin the book for myself by seeing the movie first. But unfortunately, even though I did have the book, I never got around to reading it, so I went to see the film without reading the book. And I think that I might read the book because I have a feeling that the book might be better than the movie. The movie seemed a little bit dry to me compared to what I was expecting. Now, the acting was fantastic. I mean, you've got some majorly great actors in there. Carey Mulligan, Andrew Garfield, and Keira Knightley. So, the acting wasn't the problem. It was really, the pacing, I think, might have been the problem. I never really got fully engrossed in the story, in these characters' lives, as much as I really honestly expected to, based on the praise for the book and the trailers and, you know, who was in it. I really thought that I was going to be very emotionally attached by the end, and unfortunately, I never really got that attached. Now, it might have just been a fluke on me, maybe I just, you know, didn't let myself become attached, maybe other people did, but usually I'm very easy about getting attached to characters and being emotionally involved in the story and stuff like that, so I don't know, it just didn't really do it for me. Now, visually, it's still fantastic, and like I said, the acting is great. The story is also great, which is why I think I'm going to read the book, because I have a feeling that I will become much more emotionally attached to the book, much more than I would have with the movie. And like I said, I think, you know, it's hard to tell really what it was specifically. I can't put my finger on it, but I think that it might have been the pacing, like I said. It was just, you know, some parts were dragged on a little bit, some parts were rushed, and not that I know from the book specifically, but just, you know, what I felt while watching it. I thought the parts that I wanted to see were rushed a little bit. You know, it skipped around in time a lot, which I'm sure it does in the book as well, but it's tough for me to get into stuff like that. I like to see what's going on over the period of time when it says, you know, 10 years later. So that's definitely a possibility of why I didn't get too attached. I will say that there was one scene, one part, one shot really, that made me a bit emotional, and I will mention the scene in the spoiler section coming up, but I was expecting to feel that way for a lot more of the film, and I didn't. So, unfortunately, I have to say, Never Let Me Go didn't do it for me, even though I really had high hopes that I would love this film. So, Never Let Me Go was not as good as I was hoping it would be. It was good, but not as amazing as I really expected it to be. Now I'm going to talk about a couple of spoilers, so if you have not seen Never Let Me Go, trust me, you don't want to know anything. So please don't watch this, and then you can come back after you see Never Let Me Go. So I thought that the story was very, very interesting. It's so strange because it's almost futuristic, but classical at the same time, which I guess is the point, because the plot is, you know, it doesn't take place in the future, but it's futuristic in a way, but it's a classical theme to the movie, sort of, like the visuals and stuff, and just the way it plays out. So I thought that was very, very interesting. And the one scene that I mentioned that got me emotional was when Andrew Garfield asked Carey Mulligan to pull over the car so he could get out, and he screamed, and, you know, he just went crazy in the middle of the road. That was fantastic, and that actually made me a little bit emotional. And I think Andrew Garfield is really, he's an incredible actor, so like I said, that scene definitely got me. That was the only scene in the film that got me, so there you go, Andrew Garfield, hell yeah. Let me know in the comments what you thought of Never Let Me Go. Let me know if you read the book first, so that I know if you're comparing it to the book or if you are just having seen it without reading the book. And that's pretty much it.